Hey loves, this is Bobby and I'm here with another vlog. And this is going to be the first official vlog of April. I have had a pretty great week so far. I have, if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check out my TBR for the month. I'm doing something very different than what I normally do. So I hope you enjoy this vlog. I will catch you at the end of the week. Bye.
Sie hat keine Angst vor Monster. Sie läuft alleine durch die Nacht. Sie hat keine Angst vor Monster. Die werden einfach kalt gemacht.
Hey loves, here with a quick Tuesday update, and as you saw, I finally got my hair cut. Here is the finished result. I dyed it when I got home after getting it cut because literally nothing was left almost of my color, so I had to re-dye it, but I am loving it. It is a little on the short side, but I am like adoring it right now. Like, it feels so good to finally be able to do something with my hair, because once my hair gets long enough to put it in a ponytail, I literally will not do anything to it. Like, I don't even brush it. But on to books. As you know, I finished all of the audiobooks I had picked out for the month. So I'm kind of just winging it right now and reading whatever I wanted. As you saw at the end of last week, I had started Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. I do not know why I cannot say Norse. I keep saying North. I finished it and I absolutely loved it. I went with 5 stars. This was so good. I was not that familiar with a lot of the mythology when it comes to Norse mythology, and I just absolutely loved all of the stories. I loved the way he kind of connected them and led them into each other, and added his own little like flavor to it. Neil Gaiman is one of my absolute favorite authors, so I am biased to his writing. I just genuinely always love it. So yeah, I hope he decides to do either more for Norse mythology. I don't know how, but I mean, obviously he can, because I know there's like a lot of stories, or go into different mythologies. I would love it because this was just so well written. The audiobook was phenomenal, especially being narrated by him. So yes, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. It's got me really interested in reading some books that are based on Norse mythology. So if you know of any, definitely let me know, because I want to read it all now, because I'm just like so interested in how people have like changed the stories and stuff like that. But yeah, there we go. So after that, I kind of really didn't know what to pick, and then I was catching up on some booktube videos, and I was watching Kirsten over on Reading Nimp's video for one of the books that she was reading, and it reminded me that I still had to get to the sequel. She had read One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McGinnis. I read that book like 2 years ago, I think, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. It was one of the first kind of like YA thrillers I'd ever read. I'm not a huge thriller fan anyway, even when it comes to like movies and TV shows and stuff like that, because I always guess the whodunit and what was going on. Like, even if I'm not trying, I always guess it. I do not remember the last time I didn't guess it. So when it came to One of Us is Lying, I did figure it out from literally the very, very start, but I still really enjoyed it. I liked the characters, I liked the plot, I liked the whole what the hell is actually happening. For a while there, I actually did think I was wrong, but no, I was right. But I just liked it. It was a lot of fun. It was Breakfast Club meets a thriller, and it was just really cool. So I had bought the sequel, One of Us is Next, quite a while, like right when it first came out, because I was super excited to get to it, and then, you know, I'm me, so it sat on my shelf for like a year, and watching Kirsten's video made me remember, like, you know what, I need to read this. So there was an audiobook. I read that one physically, but I decided to do audiobook on this one. One of Us is Lying was a 4-star read, because like I said, I just genuinely enjoy it. One of Us is Lying, I went with 3 stars. It's not that it was bad or anything, it's just it wasn't as fun as One of Us is Lying. Like, this was just kind of, there was a lot going on, and the main point, we do have some of the characters, though. This is a new cast of characters. We do get appearances, though, from a lot of the characters from the other book. We get Cooper, Nate, and Browen. I never say her name right. And so they have, like, their little appearances and stuff, but we are going through a whole new cast of characters. And it was fun, but at the same time, it was just, the thing is with this one is that all of a sudden people are getting these text messages and stuff about having to compete in this truth or dare game. If you pick dare, you have to do it sends you like this kind of crazy dare like you have to do. I don't want to give any of them away, so I won't say. But they're nothing like super, super serious. But if you do not complete the dare, then one of your dirty truths gets sent out and everybody finds out about it. And the thing is, like, that sounded so much fun. Like, I was really looking forward to that. But that whole truth or dare scenario, which is literally what it tells you is what they are playing in the freaking blurb or whatever it's called, it's such a background thing. Like, the author could have done so much more and had a really, like, awesome story around that, but it got weighed down by, like, all of the other baggage going on in this, that it was just a footnote in the book, and I felt really disappointed in that. The other thing is, yes, if you've read this, I did guess who did it, and I mean, like, the surprise, like, oh, I guess you didn't see that coming. I saw it, and I was just joking, though. Like, I legit, like, when we were introduced, getting, like, introduced to the, the cast of characters and who's who and all this stuff, I was just joking, like, to myself, obviously to myself. Yeah, I joke with myself. I'm like, I bet this person did it. And I was like, throughout the whole thing, I'm like, okay, I started pointing fingers to someone else. But then it came out that I was right about the joking one, and I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The other thing, like, that wouldn't have bothered me too much. The thing about this one is that the why, because I guess the who, but the why is so stupid. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. It is so, like, so just far-fetched that I was like, wait, what? Are you kidding me? I did not like the why. It was stupid. It did not need to happen. I actually I had read another book by Karen M. McManus earlier this month, which was Two Can Keep a Secret. Honestly, this book should have had that title, because that's everything in this book. Like, everything that happens to every single character could have been stopped if anybody would have a slight piece of common sense and would just talk to someone else. And I mean everything. Everything in here is a misunderstanding or lack of communication. That's something that really, really annoys me, because it's just, I feel like it's a really lazy plot device for books. It's just like, dude, are you going to tell me, like, life or death situations, you're still going to be keeping really pointless secrets that do actually lead to something important? Like, it's not something you will even get in trouble for saying, like, hey, I know this happened. Also, I didn't care for any of the characters like I did in the first one. Like, I liked most of the characters in the first book. I was interested in all of them. This one, I liked the character Knox. He's one of the boys that kind of gets pulled into it, but he's not one of the ones that gets the dare. He kind of gets pulled into it because of someone else. And I liked him, but none of the other characters did I connect that much with. Like I said, though, my biggest issue was the plot twist was just ridiculous. It makes no sense at all. Like, it could have been handled so much better, and it was just like, And then, like, how I guessed it, I was, like, even jokily guessing it, I still guessed it. That's how ridiculous it was. But yeah, so there we go. I have no idea. I did read it. I listened to another audiobook, but it was, like, a really short one. It was called Bridesmaids. It was an Audible thing. It was only, like, an hour long. But it's just, like, a rom-com. I guess this author, will put the author's name. I don't have it in front of me because I just randomly, like, oh, it was a short story. I'm like, okay, and I was almost done with work. She takes, this was a which called Queer Romance rom-com that the author takes popular movies. This one is a parody of Bridesmaids and makes them queer. It was cute. I did not know this was going to be an explicit book. It very, very much was. I don't mind smut at all. Like, it doesn't, as an ace, it doesn't really do anything for me. It doesn't bother me listening to it, but listening to it at work when it's really, really explicit is really odd to me, because while I'm listening to it, all of a sudden one of my bosses will, come up to me and start talking to me. And I've, like today I was listening to, two men enjoying some very personal time together, and my boss decided that he was going to start talking about picking up his kid from work. So yeah, that was a little awkward. But there we go. I will have no idea what I'm going to listen to tomorrow. It is my last day of the month, so I have to figure it out. I'm kind of just putting on random things, but I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Sie hat keine Angst vor Monster. Sie läuft alleine durch die Nacht.
Hey loves, here with a quick Thursday update. Yeah, I did not update yesterday. When I got home, we ended up going grocery shopping. We hadn't been in like a month. So yeah, that took up like the rest of my night when I got home, and I was just exhausted by the time I actually got home. So yeah, I didn't get an update in, but not really that much to update on anyway. I started the Fellowship of the Ring yesterday. I got pretty far in. It was my audiobook yesterday at work. I was kind of bouncing around between things, and then I was so excited to start this, and the next day today was going to be the first anyway, and this isn't part of one of my like TBRs, so this is just I want to read it. So I was okay with starting it early. I did end up finishing it today though, which is the first. I did the audiobook this time around. This is the first time I've ever done the audiobooks for these. I really, really enjoyed it. I listened to the one, it is the unabridged one. I only listen to unabridged. I never do the abridged versions. But narrated by Rob Inglis. Oh my goodness, it is so good. I heard a lot of mixed things about it, but most of the people complained about his version of The Hobbit. If you don't know, I went with the Andy Serkis version of The Hobbit, and that was phenomenal. He does the Lord of the Rings, or at least the Fellowship so far, so good. If you've never read these, Tolkien adds a lot of poems and songs and stuff into this. And Rob Inglis sings them. He doesn't read them off. He's actually like singing to them, and it is so good. It pulls you into it. I haven't gotten into, I haven't reread these in a really long time. I think the last time I read them was in 2013. So yeah, and it's been a really long time, and I am just loving being back in Middle Earth so much. These are so good. First book of April down. I did cheat a little bit and started yesterday, but so yeah. And if you can't tell, I really just want to like show off my beautiful, beautiful covers because these things are so cute. So once I finished that, I did not take a physical book with me to work. It killed me, and I actually had a lot of downtime at work. I finished everything I had to do around 10:30, and I don't get off until 3, so today would have been the perfect day to like get in and start my actual like April TBR. Like I said, check out the TBR video so you can see exactly what I got myself into. So this would have been the perfect start, but no, my ding-dong self forgot to add a book to my backpack. But I did start another audiobook when I finished The Fellowship of the Rings, and that is this absolutely monster of a book, The Wolves of Kala. This is book 5 in the Dark Tower series. This one, for this first week, is taking up 3 prompts for this first week. Yeah, I got kind of lucky that I was able to throw this on to so many different prompts, but at the same time, it is a absolute monster of a book, and one of my other books for this week is a monster of a book, and I'm not that excited for this one. I threw this in my jar as a total whim because I'm like, out of all these prompts, there's no way I'm going to get this one, and this was literally the very first one that I picked. I do want to finish this series. It was just the fact that I really, really disliked the book before, book number 4, which is Wizard and Glass. I struggled through it. I did the audiobook. That was one of the few times where even the audiobook did not help me. I almost DNF'd it. I eventually came back to it, but it was a 1-star book. I did not honestly absorb any part of it, like bits and pieces. I got lucky that when you start, because of how big of a gap there was between these books getting published, because this is an older series, they gave you a recap of what happened in the other books. So this did recap most of what I feel like I missed. There was a character that Stephen King uses through a couple of his books that was in there that I totally didn't even catch that when I was listening to the audiobook. But yeah, I just really, really didn't like The Wizard and Glass, and I just really put a damper on me finishing the series. So I am looking forward to continuing the series. I just don't have that excitement that I originally had. So I'm really hoping this does a lot better. I am only maybe 2 chapters in. I didn't get very far. I listened to the audiobook for Lord of the Rings for nearly my entire shift. I was hoping that was going to last at least another day, but because I forgot my book like a ding dong, I didn't have anything else, so I just kept going with it. But yeah. So this is the first official April TBR book that I am reading, and we will see. I will check in with you guys tomorrow on this one and let you know what I'm thinking, because I will listen to this. I don't know if I have a lot to do at work or not tomorrow. If I do end up having stuff to do, I will listen to the audiobook for this. If not, I will be taking my physical book that I want to read to work, and that is going to be The Ruins by Scott Smith. I've been wanting to read it for a while. I was gifted it not that long ago, so I cannot wait. I am excited for this. So this will be my physical book for the week. So there we go. There is my quick little Thursday update. I will check in with you guys tomorrow, and I'll let you know how it all goes. So check you later. Bye.
Du är nej för kalkuma. Hämta era.
Hey loves, here with a Friday update. I didn't get to read anything physical today. I did make a lot of progress into Wolves of Kala. I made sure this was the first book, well, second book, because I already finished The Fellowship of the Rings, but I made sure this was the first off of the actual TBR jar picks that I was going to get through, because I know if I put it off, I will put it off till the end of the freaking month, because I was really hesitant about this one. I am really, really liking it. This feels a lot more like the second and third book. We are back with Roland and the group. I can't go into these that much because this is the 5th book in the series and you would just spoil things no matter what. They find themselves in they're still traveling to the Dark Tower, and they find themselves in this town, or brought into this town of people who, there are these creatures known as the Wolves of Kala, because Kala is the name of their town, that come and steal certain children every few years. It's not like it's a set date. They kind of know, they feel when it's coming. And when it takes these kids, they do eventually get brought back, or the ones that do get brought back, they are empty shells for the most part. They have really no intelligence anymore. They have lost all of their sex drive or whatever. None of them have kids or anything like that. They're basically just husks of who they used to be. And this man in this town is finally telling them, we have to stop sending our kids. This isn't fair anymore. But, of course, they have the pushback from some people that, it's better for us to make the sacrifice so that the rest of us are fine. And they're enlisting Roland and his group's help to try and fight these wolves. This whole series is really crazy because it's got so many different elements to it. We have the fantasy elements, but we also, it's like a Western fantasy that has, because Roland's world is side by side with ours for the most part. It's like a desolated version of ours. So there is technology and stuff. There's a robot in this one. There have been, there was a monorail, in the other one, but they still live in this very, Western type of, period. So it's really crazy. That's the one thing I can say I have enjoyed about all of the books is the world, because it's just so, you don't know what's going to happen next. Also, we have a character introduced in here that was in, Salem's Lot, which was awesome that I read that, not last month, but the 1 month before, February, I believe I read Salem's Lot. Always meant to read it, never got around to it. So it was a really cool kind of like, oh crap, I actually know who this person is. A lot of Stephen King's books, especially all of his books prior to the Dark Tower series, they get introduced throughout. Like one of the main, like the main villain from The Stand actually had a part in the last book. So it's crazy to see how he does it. But like I said, I'm really enjoying this one so much more. I am hoping for tomorrow. I don't want to jinx myself, but I am hoping I'm not that busy at work tomorrow so I can start reading The Ruins. I did take it with me, but I didn't get a chance to actually start it. So yeah. Quick little update though, that's all I got into today. I did receive a awesome card from a friend of mine. It's funny because she's actually a coworker of my mom's, and we friended each other on Facebook a couple of years back, and we talk all the time. She's absolutely amazing, and she is always known for sending the best cards, and let me tell you, she sent me the coolest birthday card ever. I love it. I was cracking up. It is a joke between us, but it's a Gordon Ramsay one that says, "Happy birthday, you idiot sandwich." And this has been cracking me up so much. I have it on my desk right now so I can like stare at it because it's just making me laugh every time I look at it. Like I'm cracking up. Like it's amazing. So yes, Sylvia is absolutely wonderful. But yeah, there we go. There is a quick little Friday update. I will probably update tomorrow. Hey loves, here with a quick Saturday update. I did not read anything physically. I am still working on the audiobook for Wolves of Kala. I am almost done with it. I'll probably, since tomorrow is Easter Sunday, I probably won't finish it tomorrow, but I'm going to try and finish it on Monday and then get into another book, which hopefully I will be starting The Ruins physically. But yeah, so just a quick little update. I have gotten almost done with this. It started off really good. I was really invested. I was really glad to get the characters back and start moving along our journey. The thing is just that this book is so bloated. It is just, it feels like it's long for the sake of being long. There is so much of this that could be like honestly cut out. I will not lie, I lost track for a little bit there. I was just like, okay, can we please move along? There's a lot happening, it's just none of it's all that interesting, which is kind of sucky because, yeah, come on. I am going to finish the series eventually. My goal is to hopefully finish it before the end of the year. I've only got 2 more books after this one, plus I want to read the tie-in story that I think I was supposed to read before this one, but whatever. But yeah, that is my only update for today. I am about to film my next TBR pick. I will be picking 3. By the time this is up, I will have already posted that video on Sunday. Yeah, so my videos are going to be kind of odd right now, but I am very nervous to see what I get because, yeah, since I will be finishing The Wolves of Kala no matter what on Monday, I will just plan ahead and do 3 because Wolves of Kala was 1 book I meant to get to last year and the continuous series. So yeah, so there we go. Gonna get on this and wish me luck. Bye. Okay, so as you saw, I had a pretty good week. Not that much physical in, which was kind of a bummer. I plan on fixing that this next week since it'll be an actual full week instead of just a short week because of what day the first landed on. So yeah, I've already picked my next books to add into the TBR. Today is Sunday, which is Easter, so happy Zombie Bunny Day if you do celebrate. We had a very small family get together. It was a lot of fun. We do a egg hunt every year. It's just tradition. This year we didn't have any kids here, so we just did a adult one, which we filled all of the bunnies with money as well as lotto scratchers, and there was even some for little mini bottles of alcohol. It was a lot of fun. I ended up winning $25, which, hey, that's awesome. That's some books. Like, I can totally buy some more books. Do I need to buy more books? No, but am I going to? Most likely. So yeah, it is great. Here's my winnings inside my little bunny here. But yeah, it was a really good day. Last night though, as you saw in the last update, I was listening to the audiobook for Wolves of Kala. I did end up finishing this last night before I went to bed. I was in the very last of it, so I just kind of powered through and finished it. I am going to be going with 3 stars. This started off really good. It picked up a lot better than where book 4 was. This is book 5 in the series. I was really enjoying it till about the halfway point, and then it just got so bloated with so much information. I am going to finish this series. I'm honestly not that full on about finishing it, but I do only have 2 more books, so I will get to them hopefully before the end of the year. They just keep getting longer and longer, and they do not need to be this long. There's just so much more. Like, there was quite a few things in here I did really like, which did get it to the 3 stars. But I won't lie, I lost focus quite a bit during the middle of it because it was just so much crap was just happening, and it was like I just did not care. I was so over a lot of the characters and everything that was going on. It kind of just kept circling and circling, and I'm just like, let's get to a point. The ending though was really good, so it does have me interested in the next book. It's just I'm not in any huge hurry. So for the next pick was one of the books that I ended up picking for the new TBR. I am allowed to go out of order. I didn't put that into the video. I will probably update that when I do my next draw for next Sunday. But I am allowed to go out of order. I don't have to read the TBR in order since I am a mood reader and all my books are kind of all over the place. So what I decided to go on, it was still kind of early when I finished Wolves of Kala and I was laying in bed, so I wanted to start another book, and I had just picked this one out when I did my last pick for Sunday on the TBR, and that was the BFG by Ronald Dahl. I call him Ronald, but I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I always say it wrong. I think I'm saying it wrong. But I actually knew nothing about this when I picked it up. I bought the entire set of his books, and I know there's a movie, and I believe there's an animated movie. I've never seen them. I didn't know what this was about. I'm almost done with it. I only have about, I think, that much left. My bookmark totally fell out, which now I'm kind of panicking. I think I ended on like a new chapter, but yeah, I'm really liking this. This is so much fun. It's really cute. This was for the prompt of read a celebrities book club pick. This was on Emma Watson's book club. It is a middle grade. If you don't know, it's like a kid's book. This follows the story of a young girl who she wakes up at the witching hour in the middle of the night, and she ends up seeing this giant peeking in through these kids' windows. And when he spots her, he grabs her and he takes her back to like his world basically. And he's a big friendly giant, and he is keeping her. She is an orphan and everything, so he's kind of keeping her, and now they're off to try and save the rest of these kids because all of the other giants actually eat children. So yeah, this one is really good. I'm really loving it. The artwork in here is really beautiful. Here's a picture of all of the other giants. But yeah, it's really cute. I will be finishing this. We've already finished our Easter, and it's early, so I'm going to be finishing this off today. So I at least have finished 2 books so far for my April TBR. This is my lovely stack that I have just for the first technically week and a half, because how the beginning of April was on a Thursday, I think it is, or Wednesday or Thursday was the first. So yeah, this is my very big stack. That is a lot of pages, and this is just what I'm at right now. Every Sunday I will be picking more prompts so my list can get out of hand. There we go. There is my last update for the week. I hope you had a wonderful and safe Easter if you celebrate. If not, I hope you had a wonderful and safe Sunday. Take care. As always, I'm Bobby. I will drop all those social media links down below. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Happy reading. Bye.